hometown. So Akola is around 160 kilometers from here, and it should take us around 2 hours to reach there. I'm at 80 kilometers per hour now, and let me change the lane to middle lane where I can go up to 120 kilometers. I'm at 100 kilometer per hour. See the signboard, it shows my city's name, our destination Akola. So we are in the right direction. I'm at 120. This is the maximum speed you can have on this highway. I hope the audio is clear. I've put the mic away from me so that I don't accidentally damage it while coming out of the vehicle. Akola is 157 kilometers now. See, the highway is cutting through the mountain. for the highway, and so you'll see, you'll see the mountain on both the sides of the road, and you'll also see this kind of crossings. These crossings are 5.5 meters. This is more height than the height that US recommends. Even the US highways, flyover or anything of that sort, then it should be only 5 meters above the original road. But here in India, these are 5.5 meters away from the road flowing. So, but this 5 meters is basically a convenient height for the container trucks. So, even if 1.5 container or even 2 containers are there, one on top of the other, then also that truck can pass through such underpasses. And so, India recommends 5.5 meter height for all the bridges. See, you keep noticing what is the height given over there. It is 5.5 meter. Even double container trucks can pass under it. Yeah, the truck wala should not have come here because his maximum speed is anyways 80 km per hour. So let me honk angrily. He was a good man, he didn't respond to my show of anger. Otherwise, normally you should keep your calm on the highways. You should never get into road rage. Thank God it's my good luck that now I don't want to be very close to that car, so that if someone bypass that car or overtake that car, then there should be sufficient space between both of us so that they can overtake that car. So you should never be very close to the car which is in front of you. It's recommended to keep a distance of 1/5 of a kilometer, that is 200 meters. So almost this much distance should be there between you and the next car. You should never stop on a highway. I also had stopped because my data pack had exhausted, so I had to restart that live. But usually you should try not to stop on a highway. I'm at 110 kilometers per hour. Yeah, this truck is in the wrong lane, so let me honk gently. So this kind of a honking gives the signal as well as does not enrage people. He is slowly moving towards the left lane, as I can see in the rear view mirror. But no, he didn't change the lane. Yeah, this one too. Nope, he also didn't change the lane. Yeah, but these truck walas are good. See, this one, he is in his lane. The next one as well is in his lane. Yeah, this tanker one is in the wrong lane. I should reduce the speed because there is blockage. One lane is blocked. I think some vehicle has gone through it, so oh my god. And probably it happened very recently. Let me look at this car. Is it damaged? No, it's not damaged. Probably they're there to put it back in place. So a few, a few things were kept in between, so as to indicate that the lane was closed. But it felt like some car had crashed through those things. Again, a mountain divided into two by this highway. Perfect. See, I can see this right since Aurangabad. So Aurangabad, Jalna, but sometimes it's riskier to reduce your speed too much. So I'll keep it up to 80 kilometer per hour. Yeah, and at secluded places like this, it is expected that the speed be kept at least at 60 or 80 kilometers per hour so that no one is able to attack your car. Lonar Sarovar means a lake, so Lonar Lake. So basically, this lake was formed when an ulka, that is a comet, fell down on Earth, and it caused a crater, and that crater was filled with water due to rain, and that crater is now called as a lake, and that is called as that is the Lonar Lake. So it's very close to this area. I have just passed Jalna, and I'm moving towards Nagpur, and now you see that. I mean, it is close to that. It is very close by Lonar Lake. See, all these bridges are at least 5.5 meter high. I am at 120 km per hour. These cars should be in the middle lane because the rightmost lane is the overtaking lane. You should be in that lane only if you are overtaking. And by the way, you should never slow down in that lane because it's supposed to be the fastest of the three lanes. And as you could see, the red car, it was slowing down. There is a rest area here, 4 kilometers from here. I've already rested. I'm not going to stop until I reach the destination, that is Akola. Akola is 132 kilometers from here, so doing the math, I feel it should take me somewhere around 1 hour 45 minutes to reach there. I'm overtaking. This guy is also at 115, so I just honked to alert him. I'll double overtake this time because there's one more vehicle. Okay, successfully done. We should be very careful while overtaking on a highway, especially the fastest highway in the country, one of the fastest. I mean, 120 is the maximum speed on any highway in India, and this highway also has 120 as a maximum speed. So this is the max speed at which you can reach on any highway across India. Again, the mountain is cut into two by the highway. Just look at the horizon. Indian Oil petrol pump and a resting place, but I'm not going to take a pit stop over here. See, the main problem over here is you get petrol, but you are not able to fill the air because there is a lot of corruption. So sometimes it is purposely, the machine is kept off. Something or the other is always the case with Indian Oil or Bharat Petroleum companies. These are government companies, they always do corruption. But if you see the private players like British Petroleum and Geo, they are together, or you see Acer, or this thing, Shell Petroleum. It's an American company. All these private players do not foul play. They always have proper machine to fill the air in your tires, and there is always some employee over there. Shell, I like to call out Shell, and I like to commemorate them or congratulate them because whenever I went to any Shell petrol pump, the employee that they hire for filling air in your tires, that employee is always a handicapped, and I love this thing. Also, sometimes the gas fillers are ladies, or at least one machine on their petrol pump is led by a lady. Uh, I like this. This is really good about Shell. And this is what the Indian companies don't do. And the government companies are pathetic. They actually cheat the customers. They keep the air filling station off for some reason or the other. So private players are way better than the government players, and the foreign companies are way better than the Indian private players. But yeah, the cost is more. Shell petrol pump would have around 2 rupees liter costlier petrol as compared to the prices on government petrol pumps. But then the service is also likewise. I would not mind spending a little more uh, at a place where I get better service. So Shell is my number one petrol pump. I always fill petrol from Shell as far as possible. And I always try to avoid government petrol pumps as far as possible because they always cheat you, yeah. They always cheat you. Some of the petrol pumps also cheat you with the amount of petrol they'll give you. But I've never seen this kind of foul practices on Shell petrol pump. Okay, so once again, we are cutting the mountain. As you can see, the highway is cutting the mountain. It is starting to drizzle, so that's the reason why you'll see these wipers on. It is 6:30 p.m. I think we'll reach by 8 or 8:15. Once again, the highway will cut through the mountains. Honking really works on a highway. People pay a lot of attention towards honking because it can be the difference between life and death. Suppose somebody honks, and it may mean that they are really in speed and they are at high speed, and they might not be able to stop. So please get out of their way. That could be the meaning of honking, and so people pay a lot of attention towards honking on the highways. Shega. It is almost 100 kilometers from here. Amravati 200 kilometers. I am at a little more speed than necessary. It is 140 kilometers per hour now. Let me confess. I should be at 120. I'm 20 kilometers past the maximum speed. And now I'm at 120. There's an ambulance in the wrong lane, in the overtaking lane, but I don't know whether ambulances have the permission to be in whichever lane they want or to break the traffic signals. I think they do have that permission because those come under emergency vehicles. So ambulances and police cars, probably they can break the traffic rules. Traffic rules don't apply to them. And it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's a good thing. That's how it should be. Now you'll see so many bridges on top of our highway, and all of those bridges are 5.5 meters high. So even a double container truck means one container on top of the other on top of the truck. So even that can pass under it. And one single container truck can pass very easily. Now you might ask me that, hey Amit, all the major highways should be above the ground, and so these bridges are actually wrong. These bridges should be underpasses under our highway. But here there is an exception, because usually this highway in particular, especially around Aurangabad, Jalna, it is cutting through mountains. I'm still at 130 kilometers per hour. I should reduce a bit. And that car must be at 140. Okay. Now I'm at 120 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now, if you have already cut through the mountain, will you cut deeper through the mountain to make an underpass? That would be really impractical, and that's why they have broken the normal rule and now some of the bridges are passing over our highway, like this one. Now here we are not even breaking the mountain. I don't know why this one is passing on top of us. uh, but yeah, you see this as a common occurrence. You see it at so many places. So now I am beginning to wonder whether my earlier logic was correct or not. Because earlier I used to think that every major highway should be passing above every other pass, and that's why those are called as underpasses. But probably I'm wrong. Do let me know in the comment section about it or what you know about it. You can Gemini or Google or do whatever. You can consider this to be a task for you. Of course, while I'm driving, I won't look at your comments. Basically, I'm just talking. That's all that I can do. In fact, what I want from such live things is that, I mean, Google should think over it. That when I'm on Google Live, the comments should be read to me instead of me having to look into the comments. It's very obtrusive. I cannot take my eyes off the road. Now I'm at 120 kilometers per hour. So now a cat passed me. If a cat or a dog passes you, do not reduce the speed or don't even try to save them. If they die, they die. If you want to save them, then do it very responsibly, taking into consideration that there must be other fellow passengers within your car, and also there are cars around you. So don't let a huge accident happen just because you wanted to save somebody's life. And that somebody is an animal. Remember that. Even if a human comes in between, I would say you have complete right to run through them because they are in the wrong spot. And in order to save them, you can cause more damage. You can cause uh, danger to your life and to the life of all the other people in your car and all the cars around you. So if somebody comes in the way while you're on the highway and you are not breaking any rule, then I would say my tip is run over them, don't care about them. Now this is a bridge, very well decorated. I liked it. Oh, I'm at 130. This car is so smooth, I I usually step on the pedal so much. But I should keep myself within the limits. Okay, back to 120. Now, if I were to take a left, I would reach Mehkar. And I believe Khamgaon would also be ahead of Mehkar. But I'm not taking that left turn, otherwise I would reach Mehkar or Khamgaon. I have to reach Akola. So I'm going straight. I think we are hardly going to take 1.5 hours to reach there. I wonder why those dividers are there, those green dividers, what are they hiding from us? Now I'm at 105 and 110, 115, and now I'll overtake on 120. nice decoration promoting education. Yeah, there is Akola on the signboard. It says it is only 95 kilometers. And given that I'm driving at 120 kilometers per hour, it should take me how much? I think it should take me less than an hour to reach there. But I don't know how these calculations are made. I usually always take more than what I calculate. So probably we are going to reach there by 8 p.m. So 15 minutes more than what a usual calculation would have been. Okay, oh, I'm at 130 and that's why, okay. Let me reduce my speed to 120. Yeah, now I'm at 120, overtaking at 120. See, even if I get a supercar, probably I'll keep it within the limits. I have not crossed the limit beyond 140. My car can go up to 220, but I kept it up to 140 only. Or should I try the limits of my car? Come on, yaar, I don't want to. See, basically, I don't want to hurt my car. That's the main thing. I've always maintained it very well. 140 is enough. I went up to 140 on this road. Right now, I'm just now, maybe 15-20 minutes ago. Oh, once again I'm at 130. Let me reduce my speed to 120. Yeah, now I'm at 120. The highway is good, my car is good. So it feels very natural to cross that limit. See, this truck is in the wrong lane. Let me gently honk in. No, he didn't budge. Yeah, this decoration is also good. I would really be impressed if those flowers, the stalks of those flowers, they bring the rainwater down to the ground, something like that. But yeah, of course, it is over-engineered. It's not needed actually. Even if they won't build it, then also the rain would have fallen on the ground and it would increase or it would contribute to the water table. So that was actually not needed. So it must be only for decoration. Now I'm at 120, overtaking at 120, honking the people so that they mind their lanes. One more. Now the traffic sign reads that trucks should maintain a speed of 80 kilometers per hour and minivans and all, I think 100 kilometers per hour. But I can increase my speed up to 120. because I'm a light moving vehicle, LMV. Yeah, once again, some refreshment. I can stop here if I want. So you see, in Vidarbh, in Marathwada, you find so many restaurants. But so much for the Western Maharashtra, they call themselves very developed. My foot, they are not at all developed. Look at the roads, look at the overall infrastructure. They must have been developed once upon a time, but now they are not. Uh, on the Samruddhi highway uh, in Western Maharashtra, I did not find a single place where I could stop before Jalna came, and Jalna is in Marathwada. So throughout Western Maharashtra, Samruddhi Mahamarga does not have a pit stop. It does not have a fuel filling station. It does not have a single KFC or MacD, any dhaba, nothing. And they call themselves developed. So, two things have gone in the favor of Vidarbha actually. We have Road and Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari coming from Vidarbha, actually coming from Nagpur. And the Chief Minister of Maharashtra is also from Nagpur, Mr. Fadnavis. And both these are absolutely non-corrupt Brahmin, non-reservation candidates, so they are meritorious, they know what they are doing, and they really built the area well. And see, it's not even that they built Vidarbha better than the Western Maharashtra, but in Western Maharashtra, there's a lot of uh, unhealthy politics and a lot of corruption, due to which even if money is spent over there, the contractors eat it up. That's their main problem. Whereas in Vidarbha, so much of corruption is not there. So while equal amount of money gets allocated for both the areas, Vidarbha does a better job at bringing that money onto the ground. And so we have better infra as compared to the Western Maharashtra people. Second problem that we used to face earlier means before Fadnavis and before Nitin Gadkari, was that these Western Maharashtra people, these are basically corrupt people. Their politicians are corrupt. The people in general are corrupt because your politicians are what you are in general. So these politicians always used to allocate state level funds only in Western Maharashtra. They didn't allocate anything to the people from Marathwada or Vidarbha. And that's why these two areas of Maharashtra wanted to separate themselves, because they were not getting the fair share of the tax being collected. We also paid taxes, and the same tax was never spent upon us due to the Western Maharashtra's corruption. And thank God now we have both the gentlemen coming from Vidarbha. And see, we haven't done the same thing to them. We still build great projects like Samruddhi Mahamarga. It spans from Vidarbha till there. But the people over there are not so capitalist, you can say. They don't have so much of faith on free market. They only have faith on corruption and everything. Otherwise, you see, I'm from Akola. We had very few resources during the Congress era. Very few funds were allocated to us, but we never wore the crutches of the government. We never said, "Oh, please give us subsidy, please give us something." No, we stood on our feet. We built our own businesses. In fact, the first company in which I was there, that is Persistent. That Persistent company was built by a person from Nagpur, Mr. Anand Deshpande. So we are industrious right from the beginning. Basically, government never funded us. Government never showed us that these are the governmental crutches that you can put your weight upon. No, we never put our weight upon. We carry our own weights. Built our area great. And now that we are getting and allocated there as well, the funds are being allocated equally in all the parts of Maharashtra. Look at how rapidly Vidarbha and Marathwada are growing. vis-a-vis the urban areas of Western Maharashtra. Look at the kind of road infrastructure that we have, and that you'll find in major Western Maharashtra cities like Pune, Mumbai, Thane, Nasik. We have a better infrastructure. Now I should be taking left. So Akola is 75 kilometers from here, uh, but I'll be taking left. So I'll be leaving the highway, and on state highways, I mean on smaller highways, usually the speed limit is only 60 or 80. So my speed is going to reduce now. But Samruddhi Mahamarga is a fantastic thing. This is what I'll call a master stroke. BJP people usually call every scheme as a master stroke. I'll say this is a master stroke. And what is not a master stroke? What is not a master stroke is not removing caste-based reservations. That is not a master stroke. You should be removing caste-based reservation. And what is not a master stroke? Yeah, this सबका टैक्स or टोपी वालों का विकास, that is also not a master stroke. You can never win the hearts of Muslims. They basically hate you just because you are a non-Muslim. So you should stop appeasing them. Arey, Congress appeased them all their life. What did they do for Congress? And what did Congress do for them? So these people are not to be trusted. You cannot trust them with the nation building or with anything related to the nation. So just keep them as separate people. Unfortunately, we cannot discriminate against them because unfortunately they are called citizens. But don't. I mean, BJP should not. At least BJP should not expect votes from them. They are never going to vote for you. So, sabka tax, topi walo ka vikas is not a master stroke, Modi ji. But everything else you're doing great. I love the way you're building the infrastructure. You're showing place to Pakistan, China, and even to the West. Very good. I'm loving that. And you're allowing great leaders like Devendra Fadnavis to take the center stage, which is good. Because in Maharashtra there's a huge Maratha politics, and then you have a Brahmin person who actually have the brains to become the CM, and he is doing a fantastic job. So thank God. I mean, only BJP could do this. Congress is fully into caste politics. Congress would never allow a Brahmin to become the chief minister of a state. Never. And they themselves are Brahmins, by the way. Gandhi family. If you consider Nehru family, we used to call him Pandit Nehru, right? He himself is a Brahmin. But they have such a hatred for Brahmins. Or talent in general. They don't like talent. Okay, I think I must be 60 kilometers away from home. I should be taking the next left. Okay, so where are we? I don't know where exactly we are. My map is off. I'm at 120 and this guy is in the wrong lane. I'll overtake from the wrong side. Yeah, there's something what happens. He's at 100 kilometers per hour. He should not be. He should be at 120, which is the speed. I mean, at least not. He should not be in the overtaking lane while he is only at 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, so one more bridge.